What Would I Do Without You? Chapter 6, Part 2. You really wanted to see me that bad? He asked with a small smile on his face. I took a deep breath and swallowed hard. I got so nervous that I didn't know what to say. Well, I heard this morning that you had been in some kind of accident, and I got worried. Okay, I'll get going. I guess I'll see you at school, I stammered as I turned around and headed to my car. Yeah, sure. I'll see you tomorrow in school. Bye. All I heard after that was the door closing behind me. That night, as I laid in bed, Aaron was still on my mind. How could his father hit him like that? I thought to myself. I never understood why humans sometimes felt the need to hit others. Why did they think that they had the right to lay a violent hand on someone else's body? My thoughts about Aaron's father turned into prayers of thanks for the wonderful family that was given to me. The week came and went, and finally, Aaron was no longer grounded. I didn't ask him about his father anymore or whether he had gone for counseling. His behavior the night I went to his house was enough for an indication to me that it was a touchy subject, but things seemed to be better at his house. Whenever I went over, I would hardly see Mr. Smith. I didn't know what the deal was, so I appeased myself by thinking that maybe he just liked to avoid people. I tried to convince myself that after a long day at work, all he wanted was peace and quiet. Thank God that Aaron's room was at the back of the house, away from everyone else, where you could hardly hear anything. The spring semester was pretty uneventful, other than the occasional harassment by Chris and his cronies. It went by so fast that at least we were in final exams. Aaron didn't have any classes with Chris and his friends, so I didn't have to worry about him being harassed. I, on the other hand, had to deal with them in some of my classes. However, towards the end of the year, I noticed they had laid off a bit. I didn't understand why, but all the same, it was good for me. Plus, I had my history exam to contend with. I really hated that subject. It was so boring and I was doing so poorly in it. I ran into Aaron after school the day before that dreaded exam. He knew that I was struggling. Hey Isaac, do you want my history notes? I don't need them anymore. I just took my final. Oh God, yes. I take horrible notes, and I will probably understand yours better. I will be up all night long studying. This is my worst subject. I'm passing by the skin of my teeth. I was so frustrated with myself at that point. As I was explaining my study woes to Aaron, I saw Chris walking towards our direction from behind him. Incoming, I whispered to Aaron, so he could prepare himself for what might be coming out of Chris's mouth. Aaron just stood there looking at me as if he was expecting a blow to the back of the head. I tried to lock eyes with Chris as he passed us, but no luck. He walked by us as if we didn't even exist. Wow, he didn't even say a word. My eyes widened with sincere surprise as Aaron spoke the words I was thinking. Aaron's eyes mimicked mine when I said, "Yeah, I know. I wonder what's wrong with him." With him, Aaron almost laughed. Isaac, what's wrong with you? This is great. He finally laid off me. And you want to know what is wrong? Whatever it is, let it stay that way. Be glad. By this time, Aaron had a bewildered smile on his face. Yeah, I guess you're right, I chuckled. We stood there looking into each other's eyes for a second too long, so I broke it with, okay then, I guess I will talk to you later? I extended my hand for the notes, then said, thanks for these. See you tomorrow. With that, I walked away, but kept thinking about Chris. It was a great thing that he was not bullying Aaron, but the look on his face told me something was wrong. I had known Chris way too long to not notice it. That evening, I sat in my room trying to study for the history final, but I just couldn't get Chris out of my head. I wondered what was going on. I stayed up until 3 a.m. before finally deciding to give it a rest. However, the morning came too soon with my mother yelling at me from down the hall. It's time to wake up, mijo. You're going to be very late, she urged. It took all I had to get up and out of bed. By the time my brain began to work with my body, I realized that I only had enough time to shower, dress, and drive to school. At school, Aaron was standing in the parking lot by his car. Cutting it a little close there, I guess you were up late last night. He laughed as he saw the state I was in. Hey, what's up? I huffed as I walked as fast as I could towards him. Yeah, I was studying late, but I think I got it down. As we got into step together, however, I gave him a weak smile and I hurried to class to study a little more. I could hear him giggle as I sped off. I caught up with him at his locker after class. Did Chris give you any grief yet today? Nope, not at all. Whatever it is, I hope it stays like that until we graduate. Well, I just hope that it's nothing too bad. I was actually pretty concerned about the change in his behavior. Yeah, whatever. I could see that Aaron shook his head a little at my comment. So, I guess I will see you after school? Yeah, see you then. I clipped quickly as I rushed to my next class. Before I knew it, I had taken my last final exam for the day and school was out. I met up with Aaron in the parking lot. He was standing next to my car. So, how did it go? He asked with an amused look on his face. Well, I don't think I got an A on the exam, but I am sure I passed the year. Thanks for your notes. They really came in handy. I unlocked the car and tossed my bag in the back seat. Yeah, sure, no problem. I could tell that he was lingering a little longer than necessary, so I asked, what are you going to do for the rest of the day? Oh, well, my father wanted me home right after school. He has a couple of things he wants me to do for him. When he said this, he looked like he was bracing himself for something. It made me angry. I guess you better get going then. You don't want to piss him off. This is what he expected, so he let out a deep sigh and said quietly yet sternly, I already told you, Isaac. He's getting help, and he's doing better. I pressed my lips together and rolled my eyes. Then after letting my own deep breath out, I hovered. Okay. Don't get all upset. He looked like as if he was about to punch me, but all he did was turn around and say, I'll call you later. With that, he went his way and I got in my car and drove off. A few blocks from the school, I noticed that Chris was walking home. He looked so upset that I did not dare stop to ask why. I kept staring at him in the rearview mirror as I drove until I could no longer see him. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for Chapter 7 of What Would I Do Without You. Until next time.